All right, guys, I found my new favorite thing. It is official. My guilty pleasure is listening to Stephen A. Smith debate stuff. I must admit this. Some people have this X factor when they talk, where, like, you just need to listen to them. Like, you can't help but tune in and listen to exactly what they're saying. And other people have, like, an anti-X factor, where as soon as they start talking, you're like, you have to force yourself to try to pay attention, and, like, you can only get through a sentence before you fucking zone out. Well, Stephen A. Smith has, like, the X factor off the charts. His communication skills are second to none. And so I'll fucking listen to this guy talk about some shit I don't even give a fuck about. Like, I don't watch baseball, but if he's talking about baseball or some shit, I'll be like, damn, Stephen A's freaking it right now. That's a good-ass point. So, my new favorite thing, Stephen A. Smith randomly decided to talk about politics. Fun, okay. So in Mediaite headline, Stephen A. Smith warns the left that DeSantis is not as easy a target as Trump. Quote, be careful what you wish for. Stephen A. Smith, guys, might be listening to secular talk. It would be so based if we can make this guy have good politics. Wouldn't that be awesome? All right, let's listen to the clip, and we'll break it down as we go.
I'm liberal-leaning. I'm only fiscal with my dollars.
Stephen A., I love you, man. Oh, I love him. I'm liberal-leaning. I'm only fiscal with my dollars. Stephen A., come on, dog. I think what he was trying to say is I'm fiscally conservative with my dollars. I think he's trying to say, like, I'm economically conservative. If I'm trying to decode Stephen A. here, he's saying on social issues, I'm liberal. On economic issues, I'm conservative, fiscally conservative. That's what I think he's trying to say. We're literally 4 seconds in, and I had to pause it. I love this.
My point to y'all is this. Be careful what you wish for, particularly if you're on the left. Because a guy like DeSantis, the only thing he gives you to attack is his record. But tens of millions of people are going to side with that. They're going to look at the economy. They're going to look at immigration. They're going to look at employment. They're going to look at inflation. They're going to look at impending recession. And they're going to look at his level of intelligence, what he's accomplished. They're going to recognize that he hasn't filed for bankruptcy 7 times, that he's not having his taxes audited because of fear of malfeasance of some kind. They're viewing him as the grown-up version of Donald Trump. And because of that reality, when he runs, because I believe he will, he's not the easy target Trump is.
All right. So to this point, he's spitting, man. He's right. He's right. You know, how many times have I given this rant that there was an era of Teflon Don where he was actually Teflon and it was true. Everything the Democrats tried to do to take him down made him stronger. But we're now past that era. Why? Because all of the evidence shows us we're past that era. He's got a 30% approval rating. A poll came out last week. 30%. Turns out when you casually talk about terminating the Constitution after you announce your run, and then you do an NFT scam when you're at your lowest point, turns out people are like, huh, this guy's a fucking psycho. And DeSantis, yes, he's found a way to get the Trump base to like him, and then also get people who were not part of that Trump base. So I'm going to break this down further in a little bit, but I need to listen to him continuing to talk because I'm literally, every time he talks, I'm fucking endlessly entertained. Come on, who doesn't enjoy this? Who doesn't like listening to Stephen A. talk?
You wanted Trump gone. Not just because of his behavior, his perpetual lies, and all of this other stuff. You wanted him gone because of the policies. You wanted him gone because of how he reshaped the courts. You wanted him gone because of all of those things. And his stance on, we're going to build a wall, and Mexico's going to pay for it. You wanted him gone because of that, too.
That is true. That is true. But honestly, I think the driving factor for most, like, standard Democratic voters actually was more about just like his personality and his brashness and his arrogance and his lack of intelligence. So I do think for your run-of-the-mill Democrat, it actually maybe had more to do with the unhinged nature of him and just rank partisan politics.
Oh. But you used his behavior to pull it off. You don't get to do that with DeSantis. At least not based on what we know about him as of yet. And that's why I say, be careful what you wish for. Trump is somebody that an 82-year-old Biden can beat.
Facts.
DeSantis, I'm not saying definitively that Biden would lose. But let's just say it wouldn't look so good.
So far, 100% correct.
He stands a far better chance. I'm talking about Biden, of remaining in office if Trump is his opponent.
Yup.
DeSantis, ladies and gentlemen, that's another matter entirely.
I mean, I think he's mostly correct in this segment. I think he's mostly correct. And it's kind of interesting because Stephen A. has not, from what I've seen of him politically, he's actually not liberal-leaning. He is, I've seen him talk to like Sean Hannity and sort of like snuggle up to like Mark Levin and these insane right-wing commentators. And so I genuinely thought like, no, this guy leans right. Remember, oh yeah, he did this, I think he did some like segment simping for Saudi Arabia's Live Golf. Remember that, guys? And I think we covered that. Oh, that broke my fucking heart. I hated it. Oh, it was so bad. Like he was like saying like, let them get their money. Let these golfers go get their money. It's like, no, there's fucking blood money from a theocratic dictatorship that beheads people in the public square and fucking, oppresses the shit out of women and is doing a genocide in Yemen. This is like saying, yeah, go take your check from fucking Hitler. Go for it. It's fine. So yeah, I guess he's kind of all over the place, but in terms of this commentary, I think he's mostly right. But what I will say is this, and this is the thing that Democrats need to learn, is that first point he made, like it's DeSantis' record is going to have to be the thing you run against. That's true. This is a guy who's against legalizing weed. He's against raising the minimum wage. He's passed a number of laws in Florida cracking down on your right to protest. So he's sketchy as fuck on the issue of the Constitution and the First Amendment. He did this bogus voter fraud bust where people who were legally allowed to vote were then arrested after the fact and told, actually, no, that wasn't legal. He's been super serving corporations at the same time that he virtue signals like he's fighting the woke corporations, raised taxes on regular Floridians and shifted the tax burden away from Disney. He's deeply corrupt. There was a great video from More Perfect Union detailing his corruption. So yes, if you run against DeSantis, those same kinds of like character attacks that you make against Trump, they're not going to work against DeSantis. It's not enough to just be like, this guy's bad. You have to actually explain it, and you have to go into the specifics of the policy. And so he's right, you have to go after him on his record. But if you do that, then he's just as vulnerable as Trump and any other Republican. Because look, at the end of the day, when you look at their voting record, like virtually all the Republicans vote anywhere from 90% to 100% the same way. More tax cuts for the rich, more deregulation for Wall Street, a blank check for the military-industrial complex and the so-called defense contractors, trying to gut the social safety net at every turn. This is what these guys believe in. And so, but the problem is, of course, this Democratic Party, it's hard for them to fight on policy grounds when they half agree with the Republicans on policy grounds, because they're neoliberal corporatists. They believe in managing the status quo in a slightly more responsible way, and that doesn't really have that populist appeal that, you need. So anyway, Stephen A. Smith is awesome, even though sometimes he says some of the dumbest things you've ever heard in your life. He got this one right, and man, I would listen if he did a show every day talking about politics. Does he? Did I miss something? Is like he's talking about politics here. Does he just do a political show now? I would listen to that every single day because I find him so fucking entertaining.